going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another live stream. We're starting the 2021-22 season. It starts today, a journey that is going to end hopefully, I think it's in June, the Champions League final, beginning of June, so I'm hoping that our live streams are going to go on until then. Fingers crossed that does happen. It starts today, Community Shield, Wembley Stadium, Leicester City, the FA Cup champions, taking on Manchester City, the Premier League champions. Looking forward to it, and I'm excited to have football back. I'm excited that everything's now at full capacity, with fans going to stadiums. Should generate a really nice atmosphere, and hopefully we can have as normal as can be a season full of exciting football, particularly for Manchester City. That would be absolutely fantastic. Now, just going to do a quick visual and audio check. Can we all see me? Can we all hear me loud and clear? Are we all good? Let me know in the chat so I do know that we're all good, so I don't have to play around and mess around with anything. I know when I was doing my live stream the other day from the transfers, people were saying it was a little bit quiet. I've had to play around with the microphone, so I'm hoping that that is all sorted for you guys. I am actually using a new mic. I've got my Rode mic just here that I'm using, so hopefully it's all good with the sound. And I've managed to play around with stuff, so hopefully all good there, which people in the comments seem to be saying, yeah, it all seems to be good, so fantastic. Super duper. Right, let's crack on with this live stream then. Manchester City, we're playing Leicester City. We're in the East Stand at Wembley Stadium for this game, so actually we're the away team. We are playing in our new away strip, playing in the white kit with bits of purple, a bit of colour on there as well. And not a bad kit, certainly don't think the home kit's too bad of a kit either. I have also bought the goalkeeping kit that people wanted me to go and do. Not wearing it today. Quite frankly, you're going to struggle to prize me away from my favourite tops. My retro blue shirt from the 90s. You're not going to prize me away from that. I really like this top as well. So yeah, there we go. You're going to struggle to prize me away from that. But there we go. Anyway, so before we crack on with this live stream, we'll speak about everything that there is to speak about with this game. Make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then please do subscribe to my channel. We're now only 600 subscribers away from 20,000. 20,000 is an absolutely insane number. Massive number, 600 subs away. So if you haven't already, then do go and subscribe to my channel. That would be much appreciated. And I'm just having a look at capacity for stadiums to see which stadiums that I can sell out right now. So 19,470 is the exact subscriber count that I am on. So the biggest stadium that I can fill at the moment is Vale Park, Port Vale, of course. Home Park coming for you. Hopefully we can get that today. 19,500 home of Plymouth Argyle. There we go. Also, don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this live stream. We are aiming for 100 likes once more. That does return. 50 likes away. We're already halfway there, which is fantastic. So leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. That would be much appreciated. Don't forget also social media links. They're in the description below and sliding, well, not sliding, on the yellow banner below if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below and on the yellow banner too if you want to go and hit me up for any sponsorships or any videos or any general business inquiries. Let me know your thoughts as well in the comments below if you're watching this after the live stream. If you're watching it during now, then do let me know your score prediction in the live chat, and also do let me know where you are tuning in from. Lastly, for the promos, today's video, it's sponsored once more by the best footballing app out there, OneFootball. Got my promo video, which I'm going to roll for you guys right now. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world, if you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. Thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this live stream. They've returned to sponsor my live streams once more, and it's absolutely fantastic. Their support is much appreciated, so thank you very much to them. So if you do want to help to support the future content that I do provide for you guys, then do go and click the link at the top of my description. I'll also paste it into the chat. I've pinned it as well. Just in case that you can't find the description or whatever, you go and download it through that link. That would be much appreciated. OneFootball keeps you up to date with all the latest football news, transfer news, latest scores, statistics. I am using the OneFootball app right here, and I'm going to be providing all the information to you guys through OneFootball. Definitely worthwhile having. It also lets you know what channel you can find the game on, and if you're wondering if you're watching in the UK, it is on ITV1. There we go. Ruben Dias, thank you very much for downloading OneFootball. I hope you did it through my link. That would be fantastic. So thank you very much for that. We've got Adam Quinn, JSGC member, in the chat. Thank you very much for that. Ruben Dias going for 2-1 to Manchester City. And we've got Dad in as well, helping to moderate the chat. Yo, hope you are well. Thank you very much for tuning in. We've got Asim Mustafa as well, JSGC member, tuning in as well. Saying, what do I think of Messi? Thinking of La Liga. I think La Liga's in a mess. I don't think Lionel Messi wants to leave. He's going to end up at PSG. Are they going to get the best out of Lionel Messi is what I'm wondering, with an unhappy Lionel Messi, because let's face it, he didn't want to leave Barcelona, so he's going to a club because he has to rather than he wants to, is what I get the feeling of. But yeah, there we go. And thank you very much to everybody else that has tuned in. It is much appreciated. Rightio, we are pretty close here to kick off. Teams are already out. The sun is out in London. It's far from full Wembley Stadium for both Manchester City's end and also Leicester City's end. So I'm sure lots of people will be going for the empty seats jibe. It's the Community Shield. It's a long trek down all the way to London for, in my opinion, a glorified friendly. There we go. But I am hoping we can win it because it sets you up really nicely for the season, picking up the first piece of silverware on offer. Dad hoping for a 6-goal thriller. I'm hoping for a thriller here as well. Attacking football, both teams taking it to each other. Should be in for a good game. Two teams that are very good at playing football as well, so I'm hoping we are going to be in for a very good game. Right, let's have a look at the teams then just before we go into kick-off, whilst the national anthem does go on. We've heard the national anthem loads of times during the European Championships, particularly when England were playing and doing my England live streams, and if anyone did tune in for that, then thank you very much for that. I hope you did enjoy that. England managed to get on a nice run right up all the way to the final. Unfortunately fell very short on penalties against Italy. Right, Leicester City then. Kasper Schmeichel in goal, going for what looks like a back three. They're going with Ndidi, Soyuncu and Amati. It could be a back four with Pierre and Bertrand playing right back and left back respectively, and Ndidi slotting into the hole in the middle, Tielemans pushing further forward, and James Maddison going further forward with that. But OneFootball going the same way to back three, Ndidi at centre back, central midfield of Tielemans and Maddison, and Harvey Barnes playing just ahead of them, and then having Jamie Vardy and Ayoze Perez starting up top for Leicester City. On the bench, they've got Danny Ward, Hamza Chowdhury, Dewsbury Hall, Luke Thomas, former Manchester City man Kelechi Iheanacho, surprised he's not starting, new signing Boubakary Soumare, is that how you say it? Boubakary Soumare, I hope that's how you say his name, Filip Benkovic, got his name on the third attempt there, Marc Albrighton, and also new signing Patson Daka. Ryan Bertrand also making his competitive debut for Leicester City. For Manchester City today, it's Zack Steffen in goal, Cancelo right back, Benjamin Mendy at left back, going with a centre-back partnership of Ruben Dias and Nathan Ake. You might be wondering, oh, why is John Stones not starting? Why is Aymeric Laporte not starting? They've been at the European Championships, and so they've not had as many days. Not too sure about Laporte. I think he's only just returned back to training. The same will be said for John Stones. I'd be surprised if these players probably are going to be fit to go for next week against Tottenham as well. So we'll see. This team that we're playing today may be quite close to what plays against Tottenham. Playing with Fernandinho sitting in the hole, Ilkay Gundogan doing a double pivot, Cole Palmer, youngster, starting for Manchester City as well. Excited to see him. Had a very good pre-season. And speaking of very good pre-seasons, we also start with Samuel Edozie on the left wing, according to OneFootball. He had a very impressive pre-season campaign, and he comes into the Manchester City starting 11 for this Community Shield match, so happy with that. Riyad Mahrez starts on the right-hand side again. He's had a great pre-season with us. And Ferran Torres starts up top, which I've got a feeling if Gabriel Jesus leaves, I've got a feeling that Ferran Torres is going to be the Man City rotated striker for the season, and Raheem Sterling will be playing as the third choice, along with being a rotated winger, maybe even a starter. But it all depends on when the players are back from from their holidays into pre-season. It's all a bit of a mess. On the bench for Manchester City, we've got Scott Carson, Rodri, youngster Ben Knight, Philip Sandler as well, Claudio Gomez, Tommy Doyle, Yan Couto. Some exciting young prospects there for City. Bernardo Silva also makes the bench despite his future coming into question. And also potentially making his debut today is Jack Grealish. £100 million as it stands right now. The most expensive British transfer and Premier League transfer ever, signing for Manchester City for £100 million from Aston Villa, and could well make his debut for Manchester City today, and fingers crossed that will happen. Good evening, Mixed. Looking forward to his League One tour after Preston's poor result against Hull City at home. Very poor result. Mixed going for 2-0 to Manchester City is his score prediction. Adam Quinn going for 3-1. Dad going for 3-3. So there we go. My score prediction for this game, I'm going to go for 3-2 to Manchester City. Dale's just joined me. What's your score prediction for this game?
3-1 Man City.
3-1 to Manchester City. Love that. Right. All good to go. It's Pep Guardiola taking on Brendan Rodgers. It's Leicester City that's going to be getting us underway in their home strip, wearing their dark blue shirts, white shorts, dark blue socks, as all the players are taking the knee. They've renewed that for the season. Leicester City going to be attacking from left to right. Manchester City attacking from right to left. City playing in their white shirts, black shorts and white socks. Ready and waiting then for the start of the new 2021-2022 campaign for Manchester City. We do have kickoff. Leicester decide to put a ball forward, and it is Leicester in control of the ball, just working the ball backwards. Game is live on ITV1 if you are wanting to watch this game in the United Kingdom. Like I said before, don't forget to go and check out today's video sponsor and download OneFootball through the link at the top of my description, or just pasted it into my live chat. Please do go and do so if you want OneFootball, fantastic footballing app. Is it black shorts somewhere, or are they like dark green? I think they might be dark green, them actually. Like dark green, actually. They look black on the TV, but I think the dark green, as Fernandinho comes away with the ball here for City. Ferran Torres sitting in that hole up top. People saying, is he going to play as a false 9, or is he going to play as an actual number 9? I think we'll get an answer as we go through in this game, of course, with the FA Cup champions taking on the Premier League champions here. We're already up to 62 likes as well. Just 38 likes away from 100 likes. That would be fantastic if we could hit that at some point during this first half. That would be brilliant. It's going to be green, isn't it? Green shorts, because the numbers on the back are green. Yeah, they are green. They look black on the screen, but they're green. Very green. And we've got over 50 people now tuning in as well. So, hello, welcome. Thank you for choosing me as your live watch-along coverage of this game between Leicester City and Manchester City in the FA Community Shield for the 2021-22 season. So a free kick here for Leicester inside the City half. It's a good 50 yards out, but a chance for them to put a ball into the box. Well, they've worked it to the left-hand side. The cross comes in. It's going to be headed clear by Benjamin Mendy, who's got himself some dyed white hair. There's a run into the box there. Nathan Ake should have that covered. It's ping-ponged around and mopped up by Ilkay Gundogan, and he'll get it clear. Gets it beyond the last defender as well, so that should allow City to push up as well as Leicester come away with the ball. It's very nice to have football back. It's far from full Wembley, lots of empty seats. But as I was saying to Dale just before, people are going to, nitpick at both clubs, particularly at City, saying empty seat brigade and not interested in, it's the first match where all fans are allowed back in stadiums, but it's a trek. Like I said, it is a it's nice to have a trophy on offer, but it is a glorified friendly. I'm going to lose literally no sleep if we don't win this game. No sleep. I would definitely be more upset if we lose next week against Tottenham. But yeah, it'd be nice to win the trophy. But it's at Wembley, like we were saying. Why not just put it in between both clubs to make it accessible? I mean, it's not exactly the easiest commute from Leicester to North London, is it?
It doesn't help, does it? With next week's Premier League Open also being
in London as well.
You know,
so, so I imagine a lot of fans would be saying, right, okay, I'll go to picking between the two. Yeah.
You know, you die at what 4,000 or 5,000. It's certainly going to head to Spurs as opposed to going here. Huh?
It is just nice to have fans back in stadiums, though. And what it does mean is it allows the opportunity for the major cup finals coming up. Zack Steffen plays a risky pass there to Fernandinho and just about gets a pass away and finds space to Ilkay Gundogan, who plays a poor pass. He kicked it right at young Samuel Adozi there on the wing. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. Adozi, wondering if he's going to have a stint in and around the first team squad, and I think it showcases that if you get given your opportunity and if you play well, then you can grab the opportunity with both hands. But if he comes out and gets a goal and an assist or something, like he's putting himself in Leicester into a great position. It's a good block there. Frighteningly good, I think, Leicester going forward.
Yeah, quick out.
Frighteningly good. There's Harvey Barnes there having a shot on goal, and it was well blocked by Manchester City. But back to my point about Samuel Adozi, not really in and around the reckoning. Does 1 or 2 games in pre-season, does well. Now starts in the Community Shield, and if he takes this opportunity and does really well in this game, with players still coming back from pre-season and not match sharp yet, some aren't match fit, that he could well get some minutes for Premier League football. And there's definitely ways of getting into the squad, and I do think that pre-season for young players is a way. And we can be a little bit short out wide when Leroy Sané has left, and I'm going to presume Jack Grealish is going to be used as a midfielder. And if Bernardo Silva leaves as well, then I've got a feeling we might be seeing Phil Foden more going into the centre as well. Which means I would say that Bernardo Silva leaving would be great news for Raheem Sterling. I think he's one of the other 4 players that wants to leave, but he'll get minutes.
The thing is, you need, this young kid. Sterling gets an injury, you're really short, aren't you? And Sterling gets an injury,
you start playing players out of position. Whereas we've got this young kid. If we'll get
covering that.
We'll see how good he is. I'm excited to see. We've got Cole Palmer as well playing in the centre, seeing what he can do. We was meant to be seeing Liam Delap, son of Rory Delap, a really good striker. He did really well in that match against Bournemouth last year in the League Cup, and I was excited to see him in pre-season, but he's picked up an injury at the wrong time. Right, Gundogan with a free kick. It's not a bad one! So good save as well, on
Rory
target.
Stoke.
Testing, former Stoke long thrower. Kasper Schmeichel making a good save there. Now, do you know what cheeses me off a little bit? City have given extra time off for players that have been at the European Championships that's got far. Denmark got to the semi-final. They played England, and Kasper Schmeichel played in that game, and yet here he is starting in this game.
He might not want to. Suppose it down to the player at the end of it.
Right, Dale, let's see if we've improved on our set pieces.
Yeah.
Gundogan with a corner. Played into the...
Nope.
Oh my God. Played into the gap. It's passed to Gundogan to... Who was that to? Was it Adozi? Yeah. And he's passed it straight out of play. It was a good free kick hit that from Ilkay Gundogan. On target, it's testing. He gets a good hand onto it. It's nowhere near the corners or anything, but it's a good little tester in 7 minutes into the game. Benjamin Mendy's had a good pre-season as well, so I'm looking forward to seeing how much he's improved. As left back is definitely a position that we're not brilliant in. He was exceptionally good for Monaco. Exceptionally good.
When he first come to City, he was good, and then his injuries just seem to it happens, doesn't it?
Yeah. Jack Grealish isn't the most fully fit players that never picks up injuries. He has picked up injuries before.
He has this very similar ankle issues in Harry Kane.
Here's another one. They're not.
Achilles and ankle injury.
Yeah, they're not injury prone, but they're not amazing. No. Picky, thank you very much for that. For your nice comment there. Aaron's really not happy with the owner and lack of investment at Preston.
I'm not surprised. It was a shocking result today.
Really poor results. A good turn that from
Hull weren't a
Ferran
great
Torres.
team last season either, were they?
No.
And they struggled last. Didn't they struggle for quite
Preston
a while?
struggled a little bit.
Preston had a good start, didn't they? And then tailed off. 4-1 at home is shocking. It's a shocking result.
We shouldn't be losing games at home 4-1 to any team.
No.
Not in a league that's competitive like the Championship, where I'd say literally everyone's capable of beating everyone. Shouldn't be losing 4-1. They took the lead as well. Shouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
Alright, Phil Foden and De Bruyne has got injuries that are going to be out for weeks and weeks.
Are they?
Yeah.
That's good to know. I'll take De Bruyne out.
There you go.
Thank you.
No problem. Foden, from his injury that he picked up in that niggling little injury that he picked up from the European Championship, not playing in the final. Yeah, so good chest down, and Gundogan couldn't get full control of it, and Kasper Schmeichel will pick that one up. Yeah, so not fully fit to go. I think they're going to be out for probably until after the international break. First international break, yeah. They probably won't be back till middle of September, I wouldn't have thought. So I can kind of see why we've brought Jack Grealish in. All of a sudden, when you dig into Man City's midfield and you realise there's no Phil Foden and there's no Kevin De Bruyne, you start thinking,
very light then, doesn't it?
You do start thinking, oh, we've got anyone that's creative, and we've got players that run. We've got Gundogan, good box to box, Bernardo Silva as well, but his heart isn't in it. I mean, to me, that picture when he returned back to training for City kind of summed up his fate. Walked in, no smile on his face, just did this.
Yeah.
Normally when you return back, you're normally like, hello everyone, you okay? We're back again. There's something there, but yeah, Bernardo just looks really unhappy. Don't want to be here. Which is fine. I think City need to be doing more to sell him, like. I've got a feeling we'll just go accept a cheap offer for him. Because it helps us to sign Kane.
You play Super 6 as Aaron then, don't you?
Yes. Aaron says let him loose next Saturday when losing at Reading. Wouldn't surprise me if Preston won that game. Game's on ITV1. Wouldn't. It really wouldn't. That's what the Championship's like. Wouldn't surprise me if Preston put in a really good performance and held firm and won 1-0 or something next weekend. It is, yeah. Why? I quite like them a little.
It's alright out. It's quiet.
Yeah. I did load of my live streams for the Euros downstairs, and I can't keep moving it and everything. So is the thing. So
you're right when you get it in office one and get it sorted that way.
It's gonna get cleared. Out for a cheap corner.
Get your little room set up with old stuff in it.
Old stuff in and then good to go then. Yeah. It doesn't need.
You never have to move it again. Then you never have to mess about.
I'll have to get it wired, TV wired up to outside aerial. That's what I'll have to do, so I can have terrestrial TV on it. So
get one of them little things I've got downstairs in your bedroom. They're literally 18 quid or something like that.
What is it?
It's just an aerial, so you just plug it in. It won't work on it because it's got to be a 4K TV. If you buy a 4K TV, you don't need a special one. Just one for 200 or 300 quid. Plug that in. As long as it's near window, it brings up 160 channels.
Oh, does it? Yeah. Nice. Corner comes in from Leicester. It's headed clear. He's offside.
TV, terrestrial channel and everything.
You look quite a bit offside. The cross comes in. It's keeper should be shouting there. It's headed clear by City instead, and Leicester can get the ball back. Been a bit of a skirty start, this. Both sides not quite in their rhythm. Which is to be expected. It is kind of like pre-season, isn't it? So Leicester thread another ball through towards Vardy. Too much on it though, and Zack Steffen will pick that up. Not sure what Pep Guardiola was moaning about there. If I'm honest. So here's Nathan Ake now. What's the? I'll get on my phone. See what the sound. I want to see what the sound's like. Make sure that's okay. I'll just go on my stream on here and see what it's like. Make sure it's okay. As Ake picks the ball up, taking it forward to Mendy now. His pass is poor and out of play for a goal kick to Leicester City. Like I said, both teams just lacking a bit. Negative thoughts for Mixed, yeah. I'm up to 69 likes now. Fantastic. Thank you everyone for that. Much appreciated. 31 likes away from 100 likes. We've done really well with likes before the live stream had started. We was up to 43 likes, which was brilliant. That'll be a free kick out of 4. The referee's not going to give it. From Ruben Dias. That's a poor pass though. And Leicester can come away with the ball.
I think as well, you might find your midfield a bit. Because obviously they know that the injuries, everyone's to start in place next weekend, don't they? So they might be just a little bit pulling out of challenges and
not wanting to do anything, yeah.
You know what I mean? They want to be playing in games like next week, especially an opener away at Tottenham's quite a good game to start your season. Isn't it?
Gives you a good idea of where you're at.
Well, the thing is as well, if you're one of these players who, let's be honest, this midfield's probably made up of a fringe, apart from Gundogan maybe. He's a fringe midfield.
You would expect. I've got a feeling Fernandinho might start next week.
Yeah, so you want to be in there in that team next weekend, don't you? So
yeah.
For a game like we've said, it's a friendly, in the end of the day. You're not going to risk an injury, are you?
No.
You're not going to risk a starting position at Spurs away.
For the sake of the
community shield, you have a good performance next week at Spurs.
Here's a dozy.
It gives you then.
Mendy. That's not a bad ball in from Mendy, and dealt with just about from Soyuncu, and it's out for a corner. That's a really good ball in from Mendy. See, this is better from Benjamin Mendy. It's what we've come to expect.
That's a great ball.
It's a brilliant ball.
That could have been own goal or anything.
Kasper Schmeichel weren't sure, was he?
No.
He's a vastly underrated goalkeeper.
He is. He was good as a kid when he come to Bury all years ago.
It was a good goalkeeper when he was playing for us.
From City.
He was a really good goalkeeper. Gundogan then. Straight to Mahrez. It's not a bad ball and it's shot and over the crossbar. Problem we've got with that is Mahrez is left-footed, so it's been played to his right foot and he's forced to take it on his right foot.
Yeah.
It's just sliced. That on his left foot. Probably be on target. He's very underrated as well, Mahrez. Very underappreciated. Didn't look like there was much in that from Cancelo there, but there we go. Leicester have had more possession than us. That's going to be a high foot. Referee's going to play an advantage instead. I'll turn my phone up to see what the sounds like as a shot comes in from Leicester. And a good save from Steffen. It's a good save. Yes, that's clear, that's fine. Right, sounds all good. I'll take that. I'll have a bit of that. Do me. So corner here for Leicester. Headed clear from Ruben Dias. Soyuncu. You would think it'd go straight to penalty. I couldn't rule out this going. That's a great ball from Mendy. It looked like it was a little bit wayward. Mahrez into the penalty area. Gets a shot away, a deflection, and it's onto the roof of the net and out for a corner. Good work that from Manchester City on the counter-attack.
I thought he'd well over it, that Mendy, then.
Poor clearance there. I'm not too sure from who that was. That was a really good ball. It slowed down, didn't it?
Yeah, the grass must be wet.
Mendy bombed forward there at the back post. I'm impressed with Mendy so far. Corner's taken short. Ayoze. Mahrez. Ayoze needs to get himself onside. Not used. Here's Benjamin Mendy. Pinged one out to Mahrez. Great ball again. He's full of confidence, isn't he, Mendy?
Yeah, he's pinging him about.
He's pinging him about. He's full of confidence. Funny what a bit of confidence does. I'm looking forward to seeing Sterling coming back. He should be full of confidence from the Euros. 1 or 2 really good games to start with for City, and he could be plain sailing. Left or right wing could be his to go. Here's Mahrez. Oh, Gundogan, not a good pass, and all that pressure taken off. It seems to be doing, touch wood, okay. And hopefully that's sorted out my live stream problems, that dongle. Starting to get extremely hot though. Yeah, my laptop has serious overheating problems. Don't know how many times I have to criticise my laptop, but it's not enough. I need to criticise it more. It's scalded the bottom of it. Sometimes gets that hot. Yeah.
Did you get an apple?
No. Well, I
That's
don't
your
think...
second one, isn't it?
My first
You've
one.
had a new one since you've been here.
I got this
2 years back.
2019. About, I think it was like October. No, I can't remember when it was. But yeah, my first MacBook was brilliant. Really liked it, and that's why I've got another. And this one's just, it's not even half of what the other one was like. Good bit of pressing that from Ferran Torres and out for a goal kick to Leicester City. I'm gonna go for an Ayoze Predator. I'm gonna get a proper. They're set up for game live streaming. If they can cope with huge capacity games that can be streamed, then streaming JSGC watching football will be absolutely no problem for it. I'm waiting to see for my new house what the internet connection's like. I'm waiting to see what the.
It's got its own internet. Is it got a...
what the speeds are like and stuff. But I'd expect it to be at least semi-decent.
Yeah.
If I'm honest. It's like in the middle of nowhere or in a rural village or anything like that. Good work that from Mahrez. Nice to do well to keep hold of the ball. Good work from Cole Palmer, and that's out for a throw-in. Yes, Chelsea are closing in on the signing of Romelu Lukaku. All done and dusted. It's all done and dusted.
Yeah, we've just got to do personal terms, haven't we? I think.
All good to go. Big blow that for Inter.
Inter Milan it is, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
It's a really good ball. Here's Piera. It's hit in. Oh, he should have followed that into the net.
I got in that.
Should have scored.
I think he's got a big point to prove now, though, Lukaku, hasn't he?
Yeah.
this could be like a career thing for him now, because if he doesn't fire on all cylinders this season, then it's becomes quite prominent that he's just not going to be good enough for the Premier League's too big for him.
So it's always going to have to settle for
Where he's just come from, effectively, hasn't he? You know, because it'll be what, his third, fourth. I think he was good. He was all right at West Brom, weren't he? He was decent at Everton.
He was good at West Brom. He was good at Everton.
He was just United.
Never really took it at Chelsea. We weren't very good at United.
And there's a
chance here for Leicester, and another good block, and it should be followed in, and it's a good save from Steffen. How Leicester aren't ahead here, I do not know.
The common denominator in Lukaku's experiences at Chelsea and Man United, which I've said hundreds of times before about the issue that you get with that person.
That's a poor pass. I presume Zack Steffen's going to be starting next weekend against Tottenham. Ederson, last I looked, was still on holiday. He was in the UAE though, and they've just been added to the. They've just been added to the amber list, so he doesn't have to quarantine in a hotel. And if he's fully jabbed, he doesn't have to quarantine, does he? I don't know if he's fully jabbed or not.
You know, one that's been on today more than about the amount of footballers who refuse to take a jab. When I've got Mendy.
Edouard Mendy.
Trying to pick players from one player from the other team, so your points are pretty evenly spread out. You don't care instead of having 2 or 3 from the same team. Especially difficult the top 4 because they rotate the squads that much.
Yeah.
There's always somebody missing out.
Who have you gone for from Liverpool?
Alexander-Arnold, who's always the mainstay, and, you know, he's always going to be.
And he's also a defender that will pick points up.
Yeah.
That's another good ball. And well defended from Ake. He's another player that's got a big point to prove. I think he only played 13 games last season, yeah. He's not a bad player. Just he got injured for a fair bit. Who's played better so far? I'd probably say Leicester. Wouldn't you, Dale? City have looked lively at times. Had a good chance from a good free kick, which was well saved. And when we've come forward, we've played some good balls, like the Mendy springing Mahrez away. So there's opportunities there for City, but I'd say Leicester missed a couple of good opportunities, and in overall play have probably looked sharper than what City have. But to me, this is Leicester's near full strength team. City's, I don't think this is anywhere near full strength. Too much on that. That's out for a. He just poked a shot in, didn't he, Vardy? Getting his toe onto the end of it. And keeper does well there just to make himself big and put himself in the right place. I wonder how long Zack Steffen's going to be happy sitting on the City bench for. That's well worked from City. Here's Gundogan. It's a good ball. Ayoze have a shot. Oh, there it was. There was the opportunity for the young man. He's got too excited there and he's glanced it wide. That just needed to be low and hard, didn't it?
Yeah.
Good work from Cole Palmer winning the ball back there. That just needed to be low and hard across the keeper.
Yeah.
It's got excited and it's gone over the crossbar. Chance.
Good chance.
Yeah. Yeah, Inter Milan face a little bit of a problem. Lukaku leaves. They still owe Man United about 40 million, I've been informed, for that Lukaku transfer.
Really?
So 40 million of that 100 mil or whatever they're signing him for is going to be clearing that back to Manchester United, yeah, for the money that they owe. So because of that, that's leaves them a bit short. And Christian Eriksen, I don't really know what's happening with Christian Eriksen, because he's just come back into training.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
People were saying Daley Blind came back in to training and carried on playing, but the big difference is Christian Eriksen's heart stopped.
Yeah.
He died. He was dead.
Yeah, clinically.
It was, yeah. If it weren't for that defibrillator, he'd be dead. He was dead. His heart had stopped. Cardiac arrest. I mean, obviously the choice is up to the club and everything. Serie A's got procedures in place, but you're not going to want to put serious, strenuous strain on the heart. And surely, I would say cardiac arrest is telling your body that what you're doing, it doesn't like it.
Yeah.
I mean, for him to resume training, I'm going to presume that there's no underlying condition and stuff. It's just random. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with Christian Eriksen. I've got a feeling they'll pay him for the year and they'll have him in training for the season. And I think they'll just see how he goes. You know, like he starts doing like training games and does like a reserve game maybe here and there, and he's getting through it. They might start thinking, well, maybe he can continue.
You never know, do you?
I don't know, but when Fabrice Muamba had the same thing, he retired, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Game's gone a bit flat now. But we are closing in on 100 likes. That's great. Thank you very much for that. 25 likes away now. 25 likes away. If I want to hit that half time, that would be great if we can get that for half time. Also, go and check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball. I have pinned it in my chat. I've just put it in my chat again as well. It's also at the top of my description. If you want to go and download OneFootball, that'd be much appreciated doing that. Gives you the best footballing app out there, keeping you up to date with all the latest football scores and statistics. What channel you can view the games on, of course, as well. Has all the latest football news and transfer news, keeping everyone up to date. Really good app to get. It's a free app to download. All you need to do, press that link in my description or on the chat, and that'll take you to the download page to download OneFootball. And thank you very much to OneFootball for renewing their sponsor with me into the start of this season, which is fantastic. Had all my live streams were sponsored from November last year, so it's good that OneFootball are back on board. Do appreciate that, as Leicester get themselves into a position and Ake takes no chances and puts it out for a corner. Again, keeper should be shouting there. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Ping pongs around. There's no danger there. Keeper can just be shouting and saying, I'll take that. Give away a needless corner. I mean, don't get me wrong. Ake did the right thing. You aren't sure that ball goes out of play. Can't afford to be taking risks in your own 6-yard box. But the keeper can see everything around him, so the keeper could shout and say, mine, or leave it and take the ball. Because we're now nearly on 80 likes. Thank you very much for that, everybody. Right, corner Leicester here, 32.5 minutes in. Ake wins the header, heads it clear. Tielemans looks like it was his goal that won it against Chelsea, that cracking goal, if you remember it. He miscontrolled the ball there. If you want a free kick, referee says no. And so it's out for a throw into Leicester City. Ball's gone all the way back to Kasper Schmeichel now. Here's Soyuncu. I'm wondering from the bench who City got. Rodri can come out and help into midfield, give it a bit more experience. Obviously, Jack Grealish can come on and make his debut for City. Could be an option. Be good to see Grealish. I'd be giving him at least 20 minutes. Oh, it's not like he's had all pre-season with Villa. He only came back to training last week. So he's not had long.
No.
That's an interesting point. Jack Grealish thought he was getting the number 19 shirt.
Yeah,
Said he thought he was getting.
He said he was surprised at getting the number 10.
Yeah, he thought he was getting 19, which is what Gascoigne had for England, and he gets compared to Gascoigne, so he thought City might go along them routes and give him 19 and save number 10 for a new striker. So he said when he came in, and they never told him he was getting number 10, they just showed him his shirt and he said he was getting number 10, so they could film his reaction. And he was delighted at getting number 10. But I think that shows how highly City rate him to give him number 10. But it doesn't. A number doesn't really matter, does it? It doesn't really matter what number
I
you
think
wear
to some
on you.
players it does, doesn't it?
On the back of your shirt. That's not a good ball from Perez, and Steffen will collect that from that cross.
What's up with Borden?
He picked up a niggling injury, and his niggling injuries just continued. Yeah. So Pep said they have to be very careful that it doesn't turn into something really serious if they don't do it right. Yeah. De Bruyne is always spending his time injured. I don't think they'll do any number swaps if Kane comes in. I think if Kane comes in, they'll just have to find a number that will suit until a number comes available for him. I've got a feel. I'll be honest with you. I've got a feeling Gabriel Jesus is going to leave before the end of the transfer window. Whether that be a loan with an obligation to buy or a loan with an option to buy. Because I know Juventus are interested in signing him. And I'll tell you a club that will, with Lukaku leaving, Inter. I could see Inter saying that they'd like Jesus.
A loan move then, if obviously they've got half the transfer fee of Lukaku back to United. A loan move for a striker would probably suit them down to the ground.
And I think they'd like a little obligation to buy because it gives them an extra few months. They'd probably have the money there. I reckon if they came to City and said, we'll give you like 50 million euros for Gabriel Jesus, I could see City saying, yeah. And I'd probably say that's my value for Jesus. I don't think I value him anymore. I value Bernardo Silva at more.
Yeah.
Just because he's versatile and Gundo's got a free kick. It's not a bad free kick, and it's headed back across. Ayoze should have been looping that header to the back post.
Yeah, why has he gone back across?
Not sure. Mendy pinging the ball in, giving the header. It's Benjamin Mendy. He's having a great game.
Issues involved.
He's having a great game. I'm happy to see that. I think the big problem I've got with Mendy now is that he can do this, and we know he's got it. And then all of a sudden it's injured, and then here we go again.
Yeah.
I think a move to him for Italy would be really good.
Pace game.
Got a big Europa League game coming up. Can you sit out the next 2 Serie A games against? I don't know. A Torino and Ferran Torres and the ball. Yeah, got a couple of games coming up against Torino and Genoa or something. Say, can you sit them out while you have this big European game in midweek? Yeah, whereas in the Premier League, it's sandwiched between Champions League games. You get crazy games like Liverpool one weekend, United the
that's
next.
true,
And you're like, oh,
yeah.
that's poor from Mendy.
Was that remember a few years ago when the Liverpool City Champions League quarter final? Did they both have derbies on that weekend before or after one of the?
Oh, we had Liverpool, followed by, I think it was Manchester United. I think you're right.
And then
Liverpool again, then Tottenham.
Yeah. And I think in that Liverpool, they played Everton in that same sequence of games as well.
The Premier League schedule.
Bigger games during the Champions League quarter-final set.
The Premier League's unforgiving, but I think the Premier League do it on purpose. They save these bigger games for the latter stages of the Premier League season. They know full well that there's going to be Champions League games going on, and they like to just say, right, well, this is what's happening.
It's like we pay the money, we'll do what we want type thing, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll make it as difficult as possible. But you think the Premier League would want a poor ball from Gundogan? You'd think the Premier League would want their teams to be winning the Champions League.
Thought Gundogan should have gone the other way then. Oh.
Pep's never happy. So we're missing. I was just having to think about the striking situation. We've been linked with Danny Ings. He's gone to Aston Villa. We've been linked with Romelu Lukaku. He's going to go to Chelsea. Obviously, we've been linked with Lionel Messi. He's going to go to PSG. There's now very limited options on strikers. Very limited options. It's Harry Kane. And if not him, there's Erling Haaland next summer. And I'm wondering where Erling Haaland's now going to go. Starting to add up, and I've been saying it for ages, and people haven't been believing me, Dale. But you'll back me up on this. I think there's only one place Erling Haaland goes. Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich. Yeah.
Goes to Bayern.
In the book. If the Kane deal goes through, I think 100 million for Kane, 100 million for Grealish. I think City's transfer business could be done for a couple of seasons.
Unless players leave, isn't it?
I think it need a few, wouldn't it?
Depends on who's coming and going. With Pep's comments saying 2 to 4 players are unhappy and want to leave.
Well,
there's rumours
about the rotation
game.
They're just not getting enough games.
So we're talking.
Like you just said before, about Steffen.
Yeah.
He's going to get to a point where he wants 15 football all the time.
Yeah. So we're talking. I'm going to presume the players that have been meant. That's a great turn. Palmer's had a good game so far.
Right.
That shot comes in from Cancelo. So they're talking Laporte, just declared for Spain. Wouldn't surprise me. Struggling to get in the team with John Stones taking his place. Wouldn't surprise me if that's true. So if that's the case, City would need another centre-back. And I could see us going a bit cheap with another centre-back. I'd go for experience. I really would. Rather than spend a load of money on either a ready-made player or spending a fair amount of money on a younger player to develop them. Like a younger player to be developed. They're gonna John Stones and Ruben Dias are already young anyway, so I'd give them a bit of experience.
I think United signed a Varane. It's
only 40 mil as well.
It's that experience you're talking about, innit?
So Bernardo could go, but he's not going to get replaced because we've already replaced him, quite simply. Here's a Dozy in the penalty area.
Zinchenko's going to last.
Gundogan. It's a shot, and it's over. Not too much on it. I can see Zinchenko staying. Gets all the games for Ukraine. He's on a lot of money at Manchester City. He's successful at City, and he gets minutes.
Yeah, he does play quite a lot. Plays the big games as well.
Yeah.
Champions League.
So to Zinchenko, the question is, do you go there, or would you go to like an Aston Villa or a Wolves, where he'd get some, where he'd be starting more, but
he's not going to match his wages and stuff like that. They're miles out.
But he's successful at City. Like
yeah.
He is a big deal in the Ukraine. But Ukraine team is a big deal because he plays for Manchester City. He gets to Champions League finals, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah, if he was
he's played against PSG and things.
Yeah, Villa or
yeah,
he probably wouldn't be. You know.
Pep's very animated on the touchline there.
Happy is he hanging?
No.
Pissing around with the ball.
Clearly not happy about something.
I think it's lack of urgency. Doesn't seem to be best pleased about.
No, that's a great turn.
That was a good turn.
Mahrez ain't going to get there, though. We're on to 85 likes now. 15 away from 100, so any help towards that, ladies and gentlemen, would be much appreciated. Madison springs a counter. He's had a bit of a quiet game, Madison. That's not a free kick. He can't. No, he's not giving one. It's weak.
Right, it's referee.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of... I just said Madison's had a quiet game. Watch him do something. It gets cleared across. Save onto the post. What an opportunity.
That's what you want in a keeper.
Oh, it is a good save. It's a poor miss as well.
And then I think it wasn't actually a bad effort. I think it was behind Vardy, and he managed to get his foot at it.
Wrap around it and get it towards the opposite side.
Actually, probably, if you look at it slow, a decent effort. But it's a great save.
Keeper's just flung himself.
It looked like it was behind him.
Yeah.
It really looked like it was going behind him. He didn't do bad at all. Mendy should get beat there.
Once again, great going forward defensively, though. Never been good. Do you know who we're really missing? Kyle Walker. Pace.
Yeah.
Pace at the back.
Yeah, he's a great.
Brilliant player. Another criminally underrated player.
Yeah, I agree.
Fernandinho looks to try and... is there a man ahead?
No, that's a great ball.
Here's Gundogan. There is an extra man ahead. I thought there was. A dozy, not a good pass. You know, I don't want to criticise young players.
He's not had a good half.
But it's going to sound really harsh, but he's in the highest level now. Yeah, and he's not.
It's that chance
been, yeah, brilliant. Let's have a watch of this Leicester chance.
Yeah, it's a bit.
It's a great save.
A great save. Vardy.
It is behind Vardy, and it's on the half volley. He just whacks it. He gets his hand on it.
It is behind him, but a player of Vardy's quality should be burying that. He shouldn't he?
It's a great save. Great save there from Zack Steffen, keeping the scores level here. Not been a very good half, that by Man City. Not very good. No, thank you, Dale. So it is 0-0 here at half-time, ladies and gentlemen. We will go through the stats. We'll speak about everything there is to speak about. And we've also got a little bit of half-time entertainment for everybody to look forward to. Hello, Mum. Thanks for tuning in. We are 11 likes now away from 100 likes, so any help towards that would be greatly appreciated by me. Can we get to 100 by the time before the second half starts? That is my aim, so if we can get there, that would be amazing. If we haven't already, then please do leave a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. Don't forget also to subscribe to my channel if you are new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. And lastly, do go and check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball. OneFootball link is in the chat, and also at the top of my description, you want to go and download OneFootball. I will roll a promo for you guys right now. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. So thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this live watch-along of the FA Community Shield 2021-22 match between Leicester City and Manchester City. It is much appreciated. OneFootball does keep you up to date with all the latest football news and transfer news, as well as the latest score statistics, what channel you can view the games on, and much, much more, including live commentary and everything like that. I am just on the OneFootball app here, and I am going to be using that to provide all of the statistics for this game so far. So Manchester City have managed to turn it round towards the back end there of the first half to have more possession than Leicester City. City having just over 51% possession, Leicester just above 48%. Duels won very close, 51% for Leicester, 49% for Manchester City. Aerial duels again pretty close, 56% for Leicester and 44% for Manchester City, 44% that is. Offsides, 1 for City and none for Leicester. Corners, more corners for City, Manchester City that is, than Leicester City. 2 for Leicester and 4 for Man City. And in terms of shots, fairly equal again. 7 shots for Leicester, 6 shots for Manchester City. 4 on target for Leicester, including that really good save right at the end. Probably the best chance of the game, that Jamie Vardy half volley. Well saved by Zack Steffen onto the post. City with 6 shots and just 1 on target is something that they can improve on. Ayoze got played into a really good position and he glanced his shot wide of the post. Mahrez as well, with a right-footed shot, glanced wide of the post. There was a block shot that went just over the crossbar too. The only shot on target for City there in the first half was that free kick from Ilkay Gundogan. So City need to be a little bit sharper. Ferran Torres was a little bit quiet there in the first half. I thought James Maddison for Leicester was a little bit quiet as well. And I have already spoke about Ayoze, young lad, did really well during pre-season for Manchester City here, playing against the next level opposition here in Leicester City. Yeah, in my opinion, needing to just compose himself a little bit, really. He's looked a bit like eager and he's wanted to impress, almost to a point that he's wanted to do it too much, and so it's interrupting his natural game. And so I feel like if he can just slow things down, get a calm head onto him, then I think he can settle down into the game. Cole Palmer's done it. I think he's been brilliant for City there in the first half and hasn't really looked out of place, and he's pressed really well for City as well. So yeah, there we go. They're my thoughts going in at half-time. 12 tackles for Leicester. Tackle completion rate at 66%. Very good. City at 66% tackle completion rate as well. However, just 6 tackles attempted by City, which is half of what Leicester have attempted. 3 clearances for Leicester, 9 for Manchester City. And interceptions more for Leicester, 2 compared with 1 for Manchester City. Big pitch at Wembley. It's always difficult to play our passing fluent game that we like to play. They're always pretty close games at Wembley as well. Normally only 1 goal in it. 274 passes for City at a pass completion rate of 86%, which it's okay, but with Manchester City, we are always looking to be in and around at 90% rather than at 86%. Leicester, just how many passes is that? 16 passes behind Manchester City at 258 passes in the first half at a pass completion rate of just under 84%, which isn't too shabby. So not really too much to separate the teams. In terms of being clinical, neither team have been clinical. I think Leicester have had the better opportunities in this game, but they are going with a stronger squad here, more of a first team feel about it, and they've got players like Patson Daka and also Kelechi Iheanacho that could easily come on in the second half to try and make a difference and try and add a bit more energy going up front. With Manchester City, though, we're looking at Rodri possibly going into the middle. Perhaps we're looking towards Jack Grealish coming on to make his debut for Manchester City, perhaps. Looking elsewhere, Bernardo Silva, another attacker, but everyone else, either, defensive players or youngsters. So that's kind of where City's squad is at this moment in time with pre-season, which is quite concerning considering we play in 8 days' time for our first competitive game in the Premier League. So there we go. Right, just going to do a quick glance around the scores from around the grounds from earlier today. Then it's halftime entertainment. And then we'll be ready for the second half. So it is Community Shield, Leicester City 0, Manchester City 0 at half-time. In the Olympic Games, Brazil beat Spain by 2-1 to win the gold medal after extra time. So congratulations there to Spain and commiserations. Congratulations, to Brazil and commiserations there to Spain. But still, silver medal is a silver medal. And to have a silver medal at the Olympic Games, I'd have a silver medal at the Olympic Games. That'd be great. So, Championship, that has started today, the EFL. Blackburn Rovers 2, Swansea City 1, Bristol City 1, Blackpool 1, Cardiff 1, Barnsley 1, Derby 1, Huddersfield 1, Luton 3, Peterborough 0, Preston 1, Hull City 4, Queen's Park Rangers 1, Millwall 1, Stoke 3, Reading 2, and at 8 p.m. tonight you got Sheffield United taking on Birmingham City. Into League 1, Bolton 3, MK Dons 3, Cambridge 1, Oxford 1, Crewe 1, Cheltenham 1, Doncaster 1, AFC Wimbledon 2, Fleetwood 0, Portsmouth 1, Gillingham 1, Lincoln City 1, Ipswich 2, Morecambe 2, Rotherham 2, Plymouth 0, Shrewsbury 0, Burton 1, Sunderland 2, Wigan 1, and Wickham 2, Accrington Stanley 1. Currently latest score, live on Sky Sports, Charlton taking on Sheffield Wednesday in the 40th minute. It is 0-0. In League 2, Exeter 0, Bradford 0, Forest Green Rovers 2, Sutton United 1, Harrogate Town 3, Rochdale 2, Hartlepool 1, Crawley 0, Mansfield 2, Bristol Rovers 1, Northampton 1, Port Vale 0, Oldham 0, Newport 1, Salford City 1, Leyton Orient 1, Scunthorpe 1, Swindon 3, Stevenage 1, Barrow 0, Tranmere Rovers 1, Walsall 0, and Carlisle 0, Colchester United 0. Scottish Premiership, Dundee United 1, Rangers 0. Finish, great result that for Dundee United, and ends a Rangers 40-game unbeaten run, and also went a whole season last season unbeaten. Rangers in the second game of the season, though, that is over. St Mirren 1, Hearts 2. In Scottish Championship, Ayr United 2, Arbroath 2, Dunfermline Athletic 0, Partick Thistle 3, Hamilton Academical 0, Morton 1, Inverness CT 1, Raith Rovers 0, Queen of the South 0, Kilmarnock 1, Scottish League 1, Alloa Athletic 3, East Fife 1, Dumbarton 2, Airdronians 2, Falkirk 2, Peterhead 1, Montrose 2, Clyde 2, Queen's Park 2, Cove Rangers 0. In Scottish League 2, Albion Rovers 2, Stenhousemuir 2, Cowdenbeath 3, Elgin City 1, 4 for Athletic 2, Edinburgh City 0, Stirling Albion 1, Kelty Hearts 3, and Stranraer 0, and an Athletic 3. Plenty of goals there in Scottish League 2. In Liga 1, it's finished Lyon 1, Brest 1. That's full time. Later on this evening at 8 p.m, you've got Troy taking on PSG. In Portugal, Orkua 0, Estoril Praia 2 has finished. It's currently Moreirense 0, Benfica 1 in the 13th minute. And at 8:30, you've got Martimo taking on Sporta Braga. So there we go. There's all the scores from around the grounds. I'm going to go and have a drink and a little rest and put on the halftime entertainment for you guys. This is Mixed giving you today's halftime entertainment, which you can find his link in the description below if you want to go and subscribe to his channel. He's aiming for 1k subscribers. Very nearly there as well. I think he's, 65 subscribers away. So if you haven't already, go and subscribe to his channel. Halftime entertainment is how to make a Guinness and Blue WKD drink called the Oil Slick. And he's had a review of it. Is it any good? Enjoy, everybody.
What's going on, guys? Mixed here, back again for another drinks video. Really, this not really a cocktail. So what I'll be making is a Guinness and Blue WKD mixed in together. So I'll layer on the Blue WKD with Guinness laid on top, and I will give you my opinion on it. And I will give you my opinion on it. Is it any good? So we'll fill the glass. So we'll fill the Guinness glass half full with a Blue WKD. I don't know what to think of this drink. It's an unusual combination, Guinness and Blue WKD. So we'll slowly layer it on by doing a slow pour over this big spoon. Still think this is too frothy. wind. Quite a talent trying to layer on in wind. There we go. Oh, wind. I just love wind. There we go, that'll do. Cheers. Now for the most important thing. How does it taste, lads? Oh, that's unusual. Oh, that's weird, mate. Certainly tastes it. Because it's a really, really weird taste.
Are you keen?
It's something I drink once. It's not something I'd keep doing like that. I drink once. For me, it's probably about a 3 out of 10. I'm not really keen on it. It's like a blueberry or a raspberry Guinness taste. That's what it tastes like. Not keen because I don't think you should mix them because it's not really a nice combination. But it's up to you. That's my personal opinion. I'm not keen on it at all. It's a 3 out of 10. I wouldn't recommend this. This Guinness tastes like shit. Because it looks nice, because it's very nice to look at, don't get me wrong, with the Guinness flavor on top and the blue WKD at the bottom. But the taste is just weird. Guinness and blue WKD. Strange taste. And I'm annoyed that I've kind of wasted a Guinness can on it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of it. Would you drink this? Guinness and blue WKD. Because I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Mixed for more videos like this. If you want to see any more combinations of Guinness, anything I've not tried, as I've done Black and Tan before. Guinness and Lager. I've done quite a few. Because I just thought I'd try that. I've seen it about and I thought, okay, that looks interesting. But that is the Guinness Blue and WKD, and I will see you guys for the next drinks video. Cheers.
Looks lovely, that drink mix, Sid. One of those, I think, that looks better than it tastes. So thank you very much to Mixed for providing today's halftime entertainment. Much appreciated. Excuse me. Much appreciated. If you want to go and check out his channel, like I said, link is in the description. That'd be much appreciated. Got plenty more stuff in the pipeline for us to get through with stuff that we're going to be doing in the future. So yeah, worthwhile subscribing if you haven't already. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're 3 likes away from 100 likes. The second half is about to begin. I want it to be at 100 likes by the time that second half began. So please, 3 likes. Any help towards that would be much appreciated, as Manchester City are already out. Not sure if we're going to be making any substitutions as of yet going into the second half, and we are just waiting for the Leicester team to come out. I'm wondering, with some of the COVID regulations being dropped, the teams, I saw them lining up alongside each other, whether they're going to start allowing them to come out the tunnel and stuff now.
I think they're going on the fan rule, aren't they? So
they're going along that now, yeah. So back to
changing
normal and stuff, yeah.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, they'll just say to minimalise contact and things like that with each other, not being stupid about it, so to speak. Tell you what, that Leicester kit's not bad, is it? I like Adidas as a kit sponsor. But we've got Puma, we've got them for 10 years. It's a long time, yeah. Yeah, not brilliant. I'm not. So some people like Puma. I'm not a real fan. I've forgotten what that referee's name is. It's annoying me.
Martin.
It's not Stuart Atwell. It's not Stuart Atwell. Is it? It's not Craig Pawson either. I don't think. No, it's not Craig Pawson. I can't remember the referee's name. Someone will let me know. Paul Tierney. Thank you very much. Thank you. Paul Tierney. Right, second half's about to get underway. City attacking from left to right. Leicester attacking from right to left. It's going to be Mahrez getting us underway here for the second half. Got new timers in place if you are new and not stay tuned to my European Championship live streams, of course, counting up the minutes. People have requested. Got that sorted in the mid-season. And let's hope City can have a better half, as I'm sure Pep's given him a right. Roasting at half-time there. Definitely unhappy on the touchline, wasn't he? About something. Probably more than one thing, if I'm honest. As the second half gets underway. We didn't hit 100 likes. We're so close to it as well. Ah! Never mind. We will get to 100 likes. That's always the target, and that's always good. Here is Nathan Ake now. To Ruben Dias. Not really said Ruben's name in the first half there. Ake once more. Mendy to Diaz. Plays it to Cancelo. Here is Mahrez had gone back to Cancelo there. Ruben Dias to Mendy. As 3 City players have dyed their hair blonde. As Ayoze has a run, a good run as well. Gets a cross in, and it's kind of a cross-come shot there, goes wide of the post. We're on 99 now. 1 like away, ladies and gentlemen. Who wants to be the 100th like? Who wants to be that 100th like? As Soyuncu takes the ball here for Leicester and goes long. It's headed up by Ruben Dias, but straight to Leicester City. As we do hit 100 likes, so thank you everyone for that. Much appreciated, absolute legends. Big shout out there to everybody that has left a thumbs up. It is much appreciated. Let's see if we can get to 120 now. That would be fantastic. Will be the next target. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Subscribe as well if you are new around here, by the way. Press that red button, press the bell, put your push notifications on. Closing in on 20k subscribers, less than 600 subs to go now towards that goal. And do go and check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball. Link is in the chat and then at the top of my description if you want to go and download OneFootball. Doing that does help to support the future content created on my channel, and also gives you a fantastic free football app to download as well on your phones or tablet devices. I'm not sure if you can download it on computer or not. I'm not that knowledgeable with technology, if I'm honest. Here is Mendy then. There's a dummy from Ferran. Doesn't really work there. It's not really linked up well. And should be dealt with by City. Cancelo did enough, and Ruben Dias mops that up. Here is Mahrez now, bringing the ball forward for Manchester City. Joao Cancelo. Cole Palmer. He'll mop that up for City. Finds Ruben Dias. I've got a feeling this is going to finish 1-0.
It could be, yeah.
I'm not sure if this goes to extra time, then penalties, or whether it goes straight to penalties, as Jack Grealish is getting warmed up. I'd give him it. I told you, as I said before, I'd give Grealish at least 20 minutes. He's only had a couple of training sessions, but he's had training sessions, so he'll be some kind of fitness there with Villa. Just not much game time. Which is why I'd give him 20 minutes, and he'll probably be... Barnes here in a decent position. He'll probably be on the bench again next weekend. Grealish as well. I've got a feeling for that game we're going against Norwich. I think that might be Jack Grealish's first start.
Yeah.
Because I think we'll go with Rodri, Fernandinho and Ilkay Gundogan next weekend against Spurs. As Vardy's up against Diaz, he gets a shot and it's a good block there from Ruben Dias. Made a mistake, conceding a penalty against Blackpool on Tuesday evening, Ruben Dias did. Getting a good block in there, getting his match preparation and fitness up there, which is good to see. Here's Ilkay Gundogan bringing the ball forward. Here is Mahrez. He goes down. He's taken out, and it's a free kick all day long. It's a yellow card, surely. Yes. It's going to be interesting. Like Dale says, it's Mahrez territory, this one now. Slightly centre to goal. It's Bertrand that takes the yellow card. New signing for Leicester, of course. So it is, like Dale said, Mahrez territory. Similar range for when he scored his free kick against Paris Saint-Germain in that first leg game in Paris. And speaking of PSG, there's a chance that it's going to be Messi, Mbappe and Neymar as their front three, which is frightening. Just saying it's frightening, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you didn't have enough on your hands dealing with Neymar and Mbappe, you've got to have Messi to deal with more than likely as well. So Mahrez, I think, will take this. Ilkay Gundogan will be the other. James Maddison's lying down in front of the wall. That's continued as well. Is it going to be Gundogan? Is it going to be Mahrez? That is the question. City have scored a couple of free kick goals in pre-season as well. So there's a chance here. Looks like it's going to be Mahrez. It's poor. Over the bar. Gets way too much on that. There's a chance for City. And goes over the crossbar to no avail. And for a goal kick for Leicester City, which Kasper Schmeichel takes. It's nice to have football back, isn't it? Is there League Cup games then in midweek?
There is.
First round?
Played last Saturday.
I saw that.
Bournemouth played
Why?
the MK Dons 5-0. I don't know. And there was a game on Sunday. I don't know who it was actually. Last Sunday there was a Carabao Cup game.
Bolton drew, didn't they, with MK on 3-3? That was a topsy-turvy game.
Yeah. Yeah, last week there was. Oh, Huddersfield, Sheffield.
Is a dozy.
Oh, Huddersfield knocked Sheffield out 4-2 on penalties last Sunday in the Carabao Cup. Let's go on to this.
That's interesting then, isn't it?
Yeah, Carabao Cup. Really decent game.
Can watch it live. It's on ITV1 if you're watching in the UK on terrestrial
Derby
TV, so everyone can watch this game.
Harrogate Town Rochdale. They played today.
Preston's got Mansfield away, I think. Who's Bolton got? Barnsley at home. It's a test. To be fair, with pre-season being a little bit shorter because of the European Championships, I think I'd be quite tempted if I was an EFL club to go with a full-strength team just to get them back up to where they need to be. It's a good ball into the box. And it's followed by Gundogan, but there's no real conviction on that shot. And it's straight down the throat of Kasper Schmeichel. I don't think Kasper Schmeichel all this season will probably have an easier save to make from a shot. It was that tame. Here is Ryan Bertrand on the yellow card for Leicester City. Man City have Pep Guardiola on a yellow card on the touchline for all of his theatrics and shouting about a potential coming together in the penalty area, which a free kick was given to Leicester, and Pep Guardiola weren't happy about that. Don't know whether he wanted a penalty area, but just weren't happy that a free kick was given. That remains to be seen. I think he wanted it given the other way. I think that's what he was unhappy about, so I think he was looking for a pen. As Nathan Ake has the ball, here's Ruben Dias. Man City have been a little bit more controlled and settled here in the second half. A lot more of the football is being played in the Leicester half, and City are just dictating the pace and play of the football. As Ruben Dias is forced back to goalkeeper Zack Steffen, who I think will be starting for Manchester City next weekend against Tottenham Hotspur, whilst Ederson comes back from his holiday, which I presume will have everybody back for Monday, you would think. Have everyone back
on Monday, won't they?
Have everyone back on Monday, you would think. So that's John Stones, Raheem Sterling, Kyle Walker, Ederson, of course. Missing anybody else?
Football Accumulator reporting that Mbappe is not happy with Leo Messi. To PSG, and if he signs, will want to leave because he wants to be number one.
I'll have Mbappe at City. That'll do. Quite a good signing. That's a good pass. Ayoze squares it across. It's not a bad ball across. And it's smacked over by Ilkay Gundogan.
A couple of chances, hasn't he? That
Yeah. And it's smashed over the bar. Oh, I smashed that, and he put way too much on that. And out for a goal kick. Ayoze's looking sharper. I'm wondering if City might think about loaning him, because when he's played against championship teams in pre-season, he's looked fantastic. So I feel like a really good loan move, playing regularly in the championship, and I think he might look like a really tiny little player. If he's not going to be used by the first team squad. But I don't think them decisions will be made. Maybe not up until right near transfer deadline day itself. I think that's when decisions will be made on these young players. When you look at the squad and say, are we happy with what we've got? Can we make any more additions? What's the injuries looking like? Can we cope without these players until January? It's great work from Ayoze. He's got no support there, though. And he's surrounded out by Leicester City, and they can come away with the ball. Here's Tielemans. Soyuncu with the ball. Poor pass. It's intercepted. Mahrez! Oh, it's a great tackle from Tielemans. Oh, I could have just put his foot through that and had a shot, if I'm honest. Leicester now rapid. 2 touches now into the City penalty area. Harvey Barnes can't get a ball across, and it's a good block there from Nathan Akin out for a corner, yeah. From potential big opportunity there for Manchester City to get in a corner up at the other end in the space of 20 seconds. Why is that person having a selfie with a Leicester player? What? What?
I missed that J talk. What happened there?
Some person in jeans was just on the touchline, had a selfie with a Leicester player, delaying the corner, then just walked off again.
Run on the pitch.
He's getting. But why is the security not come onto the pitch and escort him? They've all been a bit lackadaisical. Yeah, he's getting escorted off now. I don't get it. What? Anyway, corner comes in. It's fisted clear by Zack Steffen and cleared by Manchester City as well. I don't get that. There's a chance here on the counter attack.
Heavy ball.
A great pass, Mahrez. Chance here for 1-on-1.
It's gone the wrong way. Oh,
has a shot and it's
first touch was terrible.
That was a good pass forward, and just like that, from that chance for City, and 20 seconds later, them having a corner.
It was terrible there. Now
20 seconds later.
Why did he go straight? What's he gone that way for like that?
I have no idea. He's trying to work an angle. I think he takes
it on his left foot, and he just takes it
away. Ah, that's a chance. That was a chance for Manchester City.
Learn to hit it with their other foot.
It's all about, Jack Grealish. We could do a Jack Grealish, if I'm honest.
Should have gone direct then, straight, and made Kasper Schmeichel come out to him.
Yeah.
He's just gone right across the area. He's let the Leicester defenders come round him and get on the correct side of him then. And
by the time, the only way he was scoring that goal is if it was going to be a worldie finish.
It had to be a worldie, because I think the ball was running too fast for him to hit it cleanly. But like you said, going that way, he's allowed them to come round, and they've just carry on pushing him. They just keep pushing him out.
You know what? Player that played that pass to Mahrez then, Cole Palmer. Been really impressed with him, youngster. Well. Really impressed. Got a feeling that this season might be a season where we start to see a little bit more of Cole Palmer. He's pressing. Look, he's looking very lean as well. He's got a bit of height to him. I like Cole Palmer. Shot comes in from Maddison, and it's dragged wide. He's getting linked with a move. Is it to Arsenal?
Yeah.
I can see something like that. I think that's Arsenal's level, if I'm honest.
Can you see it happening? I just think James Maddison's going to look at the two clubs at the minute and think, what's he benefiting out of it?
I've got a feeling as the season goes on, I think they'll start using Patson Daka that they brought in from RB Salzburg and Kelechi Iheanacho more. They tend to go with two up top, so it limits the game time, doesn't it? Then for Maddison,
a good striker, he's a decent player,
particularly playing off
a
quick player.
What Maddison will get.
Yeah,
he's a very hit and miss player, Maddison. When he's on it, he's proved it, but I think he just has too many games where he's not on.
The heavy. That's not a good header.
Do that, did he? No.
Went a brilliant ball. It's just a hopeful ball in, and Ricardo Pierre heads it out for a corner. Needless corner given away here. So what can City do from this? This is the question. So less than half an hour left now of this game. Surely entering in towards territory for players like Bernardo, like Rodri, like Jack Grealish to start coming on just to get minutes under the belt. I mean, there's no immediate plans for Bernardo Silva to be sold. And while we're looking a bit short and have him in the team, it's not a bad corner. It's headed clear though. Mahrez gets a touch and it's blocked and out for another corner to Manchester City. I feel like we're trying too hard. What I feel like. It's not been a bad game considering it's 0-0. Both teams have had the chances, haven't they?
Yeah.
So corner here for Gundogan to take. Headed clear. Once again falls to Mahrez on the edge of the penalty area. This time his touch takes him away from goal. So he has to go backwards. Mendy pinging a ball in. It's a great ball.
Foden, was that?
I don't know. Foden's come obsessed with having the Gascoigne.
That's a great ball in. Oh.
Come obsessed with having the Gascoigne
Yeah, I
haircut.
just wonder why Mahrez and
England players all said they were getting the Gascoigne
and then
haircut.
they've got it, haven't they?
And I think they've all took a look at Phil Foden and thought, actually, I think that might suit me. And they've gone to the hairdressers and got it done. Do you fancy a Gascoigne haircut?
Yeah.
Someone's gone down for City. I can't see who that is. Is that Gundogan? I think it's Gundogan's down. Cramp. Oh no, it's a Dozy, sorry. Cramp? Must be Cramp. Yeah, it's Cramp. It's hard. This is the big difference between playing youth football and senior football.
Yeah.
This is the difference.
Right, it says 63 in his Cramp already.
63 minutes in, competitive
Competitive
football.
Are a lot smaller. There is
Doing a lot of running against a difficult Leicester team, and young players, they feel it, don't they? Big difference. 60 minutes.
Subs in it.
I have no idea. Rodri is coming on though for City, and Jack Grealish is stripped. He's going to be coming on pretty soon. I reckon Adozi's probably going to come off, and Grealish will come on. And Rodri, I'm not sure about. Probably Gundogan, just to make sure there's no knocks for Gundogan, because he'll probably be starting next weekend against Spurs. There he is, Super Jack. 100 million Premier League record transfer, most expensive British transfer of all time, most expensive British player, most expensive English player as well. Ready to come on and make his competitive debut here for Manchester City in the Community Shield. So Rodri's going to be the first sub coming on for Manchester City here. He does come on for Gundogan. And I said Gundogan would be the player that comes off there ready for next week against Spurs. And Jack Grealish is going to be the other substitute. Samuel Adozi's just gone down with a bit of cramp. He comes off. Good performance that from the young player. But here's Jack Grealish, everybody. He makes his debut for Manchester City. Let's see what Jack Grealish can do in the Manchester City shirt. We've all seen what he can do, of course, in the Aston Villa shirt. What can he do now in the Manchester City shirt? I was going to say in the famous sky blue, but we're not playing in sky blue. We're playing in our white away shirt today. So Super Jack comes on. Let's see what he can do for Manchester City. The ball comes forward. It's headed clear. Grealish doing a bit of pressing. Imagine he's playing on the left-hand side for City at the moment, so I imagine he'll be doing left wing duties as Fernandinho intercepts. Referee gives play on there against Fernandinho. A ball comes forward. It's intercepted well by Cancelo, though. Down the right-hand side. It's not really got too much support. He decides to just have a run up against Soyuncu. Has a deflection, and Soyuncu does well and gets a back heel pass. Finds his man. Here's Soyuncu once more. Cole Palmer looking to press and force the mistake. It's not happened as of yet. Soyuncu turns Palmer. Plays the pass. Soyuncu, yeah, he's a very good player. Yeah. As the pass comes in now for Harvey Barnes on the left-hand side. Fernandinho for company. Barnes gets a ball across. It's not a brilliant ball. It's away from everybody, and Zack Steffen just dives to make sure that's not creeping in at his back post. And doesn't, and harmlessly wide for a goal kick to Manchester City. 66 minutes in. Just 24 minutes to go. Leicester City 0, Manchester City 0 here in the FA Community Shield for the 2021-22 season. The first competitive game of the season for Manchester City. Of course, normally, most times would be the opening game for two Premier League teams. Before we have the Premier League opener next weekend, City will be playing Tottenham Hotspur next Sunday, and I'll be doing a live stream, of course, for everybody to enjoy. I think there might be a Friday night game, Arsenal. Man United are the early kick-off next weekend against Leeds. I'm looking forward to watching that game.
Yeah.
Here's Jack Grealish then with his first touch for Manchester City. Dribbled past one and plays the ball back. Brentford Arsenal. Oh, okay. Brentford's new stadium as well.
Yeah, so then we've got early game, Man United Leeds.
Here's Grealish. Up against Ndidi. Out for a throw into City. Interesting to see if Bernardo comes on.
Newcastle, West Ham, Spurs, Man City. Well, the season starts. I thought it started it.
Here's Fernandinho tries to play a ball through to Palmer, but intercepted by Kasper Schmeichel. I think Rodri's going to start for us next weekend, alongside Fernandinho, is what I reckon. And Gundogan further up. Mahrez on the right-hand side. It's probably going to be Grealish on the left. It might be Grealish's first start. As a quick pass comes in and it's given away by Vardy. We've not really got anybody else. Here's Palmer then. Good touch that from Benjamin Mendy. Palmer's looked really good in this game. Surely putting himself in contention for maybe getting a start next weekend as Grealish gets into the penalty area. Takes one touch too many and it's to Kasper Schmeichel. It's pretty strange seeing Jack Grealish in the City shirt.
It is, isn't it?
As the rain comes down at Wembley. Players getting wet. In the capital, good control out from Ruben Dias. Mendy just goes back to Zack Steffen. So we're in the 70th minute. 0-0 here. Don't forget, if you're enjoying the content, do subscribe. Press the red button. press that's to help you subscribe. Press the red button and press the bell and put your push notifications on to be notified immediately for when I do upload. Plenty more Manchester City content to come. Going to be doing live streams, match vlogs, match previews, reviews, as well as daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout all of the summer transfer window for everybody to enjoy. So do subscribe for all the latest Manchester City videos. Be much appreciated. We're aiming for 20k subscribers now, less than 600 subs away. Also, don't forget, leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. We have smashed past 100 likes, which is fantastic. Always my aim for a Manchester City live stream. We're now aiming for 120. If we can get there, that would be brilliant. And also, do go and check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball. Link is in the chat and also at the top of my description if you want to go and download the OneFootball app. OneFootball, of course, keeps you up to date with all the latest football news, transfer news, also live scores, statistics, commentary, what channel you can view the game on, and all that good stuff as Leicester City make their first substitutions of the game. Albrighton comes on for Perez, Jamie Vardy's coming on, and Patson Daka's making his competitive debut for Leicester City, signing from RB Salzburg in Austria. James Maddison is also coming off for Leicester. Going to see Dewsbury Hall come on in his place. Leicester also making another substitute as well, making 4 at once. And it's Youri Tielemans that is coming off.
So, like the next week's starters are off.
Yeah.
It looks like
And Boubakary Soumare, or Soumare, makes his competitive debut for Leicester City as well. So their new signings make their competitive debuts, of course, with Ryan Bertrand starting in this game, and their 3 signings so far this summer. So yeah, do go and download the OneFootball app. Link is at the top of my description in the chat. That would be much appreciated. Today's video sponsors, thank you very much to them for sponsoring today's video. And downloading the OneFootball app does help to support the future content created here on my channel. Here is Rodri then. He came on for Ilkay Gundogan, of course, to Ruben Dias. Ake to Grealish, the other substitute for Manchester City, came on for Samuel Edozie. Cole Palmer had a brilliant game for City, well on his way to becoming my JSGC man of the match for this game, particularly if City can win this game. It's not a bad ball from Palmer, but it's cleared at the near post by Leicester, and they can get it fully clear now. As City looking to pen Leicester into their own half. Here is the Portuguese God. That's a good ball, and offside flag will surely go up against Ferran Torres now. There's Kasper Schmeichel. Wants a word with Ferran Torres about it stamping on his hand. I mean, Kasper Schmeichel just needs to get on with it. Ah, he's onside. That'd have counted if Ferran Torres had controlled that and put it in. He has every right to go for that ball. His advantage was played. Don't think the offside flag actually went up. He had every right to go for that ball. Don't know what Kasper Schmeichel's moaning about there. Of course, quite a stir during the build-up to the Denmark-England game about its coming home and saying that football's never actually come home, never won the competition. While speaking in his fully English accent. City are bringing on Bernardo Silva now. Firstly, though, Ben Knight is going to come on for Manchester City. He comes on for Ferran Torres. So I wonder if he's going to sit up top for City. And Bernardo Silva comes on for City. Could well be his last ever appearance for City. He comes on for Cole Palmer, who's had a brilliant game for Manchester City. So I'm going to give Cole Palmer a round of applause. He's had a really good game. Here is Cancelo with the throw in here for Manchester City inside their own half. Speaking of its coming home, people got their knickers in a right twist over it, didn't they?
Yeah.
for what is literally a little bit of fun. And to explain the situation to people, because I know there's quite a few people from international audiences that might not fully understand the situation, there's two references to It's Coming Home. Firstly, the reference is the song performed by is it Lightning Seed, the group's name? Fairly sure it is. Back in 96 and 98. Of course, speaking about 30 years of her in 96 and the build-up to the European Championships that were held in England, and England reached the semi-final of that competition before being knocked out, and then the build-up to the 1998 World Cup were building up with no more years of hurt based on the success of their song, and the song gets played at literally every single international tournament here in England ever since. And near enough anyone that follows football in England, and even people that don't, know of the song. And so when that gets belted out on repeat all the time, and then the next reference, of course, is that there's a chance here for Bernardo Silva inside the penalty area. Bit of a heavy pass there. And the second reference is the fact that England is obviously the creators of football. And so when they refer to football coming home, they're referring to the biggest prizes coming back to England, because you wouldn't have these prizes if England hadn't started football. Rather than that song really being annoying, do you know what really annoys me about England during the Euro campaign? Fans at the end. Chucking people in rivers.
I will...
Fans.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'm going to try and correct on that sentence. Them people at the end were not England fans.
They're just people that are English.
They're just a complete idiots. And in 4 weeks' time, England are going to play 2 friendlies. And I will guarantee...
Are they friendlies or are they qualifiers?
Well, whatever they are.
I think they're qualifiers.
I will guarantee 99.9% of them people that were there causing that trouble on that day will not be out watching that game.
No.
And that is fact, and that is the issue that England have. You know,
great run from Grealish. Wants a free kick. Referee says no. Cleared by Leicester. Yeah, I agree. And that's a great header from Steffen to Cancelo.
They're not England fans. They're just idiots.
Just idiots.
Idiots.
People running in the stadium. Yeah.
Whatsoever.
And then we all get beated with that.
Yeah, of course they do. Everybody then ties England fans. England fans have got a reputation. Fine. That reputation, to me, has changed over the last 10, 15 years. I know there was issues in the last European Championships and stuff like that. Granted, you're always going to get little pockets of issues. But England fans as a whole, and I think the problem you get is they're so well travelled. There's thousands and thousands of England fans will travel to any all over this world to watch England team play. In numbers as well, in large numbers. And no other country does that.
And with the amount of fans going out there and how much the English fans love drink, there's always going to be trouble. Luke Thomas comes on for Ryan Bertrand here for Leicester.
You're always going to get it.
And Iheanacho is also going to be coming on. Harvey Barnes comes off and Kelechi Iheanacho comes on.
They made eight.
Yeah, there's always with England. There's just mindless idiots
it's a history thing with England.
Follow England all the time.
And it's the same with English club supporters when they travel to Champions League or Europa League game.
You get trouble all the time, yeah.
Yeah, you know, and I'd be quite confident in saying, if you ask police forces across the world, especially Europe, about the level of trouble now they get from England fans, and I bet it's really minimal than what it used to be.
They used to have a right reputation.
Yeah, they did. You know, to a point where they were banned from actually playing in Europe for a while.
Yeah.
It's like, there you go.
Hungary
versus England. Hungary. Eastern Europe has a terrible, terrible hooligan reputation. Poland's another one. They will relish England fans turning up for that reason.
Russia has a big problem with hooliganism. Italy has had it. Yeah, what was getting me was people were painting Italy as saints.
Saints, and they're not saints.
No.
You know, they're not saints. And,
no.
you know, same as them games there, they will antagonise England supporters, especially the Eastern European countries. And what will happen is it'll become a story. The press in this country don't help either, because they never report the good trips England fans have.
Yeah.
They're all over that kind of stuff.
That's a great ball.
Oh.
Ben Knight couldn't get on the end of it.
You know, they're all over that kind of story.
Yeah.
And they'll criticise England fans to the max.
Mm.
The press, like we said before, the English press are the worst in the world. They're terrible.
Yeah, they're just always looking, poking the nose.
Yeah.
Sometimes when they're not finding trouble, we'll go out the way to antagonise trouble.
It has been known.
Just so they can get the pictures of bars being smashed up, chairs being thrown, fist fights.
Yeah.
And actually, like you said, there'll be a lot of fan groups, and not just England and Britain itself, but other countries that will get involved. I mean, the amount of numbers that follow Germany are telling me that's trouble-free.
No.
Don't hear about it. Won't be trouble-free.
The issue we've got in this country, you know, we're very good at telling everybody what we've done. Whereas a lot of countries brush things under the carpet because they don't want sanctions by UEFA or FIFA.
Yeah.
So if anything happens, they'll be like, let's contain it and keep it quiet. Whereas here, the first thing we do is spread it all over the news.
I've not even got onto racism. The in-person racism and social media racism's that's become a big thing as well, which is horrific. Have you seen it? Like, people just hide behind profiles and just...
It's you know, again, this has got to come down to the social media companies, haven't they? They've got to start regulating and...
I'd like to know the age of these people, because normally I'd sit here and say it's just gonna be children doing childish things, and the thing is, I don't think it is.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think it's adults that just know that they can hide behind it. That just do really strange and odd and really horrible things.
Yeah, no.
Because I'm always hearing like a few people have been arrested today. The other day was 11 people. So clearly it's not just young children. We're talking people over the age of 10, because that's the legal age to be arrested.
I think most of them will probably be between maybe 18 and probably 45.
Yeah, I reckon so.
You know,
I reckon so as well.
Yeah, I would say we're
pretty poisonous.
confident. I would say that, you know, and
should be held accountable. Teach them a lesson. That's a great ball towards Mahrez.
They need to play their part as well, don't they? You know,
yeah, they need to do a bit more.
You know, all these people who have been arrested. Let's be, you know, innocent until proven guilty. They might, you know, it might be other. There's loads of things, but if they do get charged, once you're charged, you're guilty. And you know, they should have the social media account basically banned.
They've got some evidence on you to charge you.
And
they've got evidence that it's you running the social media.
I'm pretty sure, you know, they say that, you know, social media companies say, well, there's not much we can do. I don't believe that, because if you sell an item on eBay, you can't bid for it on two different things because it knows what the URL of the account. So how can social media not do the same? I think they just brush it under, you know, they're not interested, are they?
There's some companies that'll just hide behind, we can't release that information, GDPR, for protection and stuff, but if we're talking criminal, I remember Apple got in trouble with it. There was murder cases going on. They said they wanted the text messages off the phone. Phone had been destroyed, but it was still sitting on iMessage, and Apple refused to give the information due to GDPR.
For protection.
Yeah. They had to bring, the police brought a phone hacker in, didn't they? To try and get into it, yeah. Perhaps might have just rooted out the problem that not enough's been done. That's a great ball. It's a good bit of goalkeeping from Zack Steffen.
He did well there, didn't he?
Did do really well. Did do really well. Do you see what Aston Villa's chairman said about the sale of Jack Grealish? Said £100 million, that was in his release clause. That's Aston Villa's value for him. And said that they can't replace him. So instead they've looked to strengthen in other positions to help move their squad along to have more depth, basically is what they were saying. So they brought Leon Bailey in from Bayer Leverkusen.
They've actually bought pretty well, you
Danny Ings up top, and so just so they're covered.
Yeah.
In other areas, they're going to miss Jack Grealish's influence, but they said for the price of one player, they can get 4 quality players. As Mendy comes. Oh, good ball to the post. Mahrez keeps hold of it. Cancelo might have a shot. He's gone for a cross. Grealish looked offside. Where's it? Across Ben Knight, and can't get anything with conviction on to test Kasper Schmeichel. I'm wondering who the threats are going to be in the Premier League, where everyone's going to finish. There's quite a bit of hype going on around Aston Villa. I know there's quite a bit of hype going on about Leeds last season.
I think Leeds might actually. Where did they finish last year? 9. I think they're probably going to be in and around exactly the same. I think with fans in, Eleanor is going to be a harder place to go
to visit. Yeah.
But I do think
because that'll be full every
yeah,
day.
I do think they'll probably sit around the same. Going off that, I was talking to my mate before when you come in on the phone. He's a kid who did the picture at City. He's off to the Bernabeu to do the picture.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, in about 6 to 7 weeks.
Yeah, but he's out there for 6 to 7 weeks.
No,
he's
that's
going in
when he's
going to do it.
Yeah.
How long's he going to be out there for?
Not sure yet. Probably 2 weeks. But going back to positions, I think Aston Villa will probably be at West Ham this year. Probably, maybe end up 6 or 7. Maybe West Ham probably 8. I think. I can't see the top 4 changing. I think
They bottled it, West Ham.
they did in the end. I think that's what Villa are going to be.
Oh!
Going to get
Surely penalty. Yeah.
It is, yeah, surely it is. Yeah.
Penalty to Leicester.
Yeah.
City players can't believe it.
It looked a penalty, didn't it?
Have a look.
It's a foul.
What's Ake doing there?
It's a penalty, isn't it?
He's
Yeah.
gone through the back of him, yeah, it's a penalty. It's because he's
He
taken
didn't
that
want
touch.
it. But he didn't want it. He told him.
Good save from Steffen.
Yeah, if you look back at that last clip, he was pointing the other way. He didn't want the ball. He wasn't ready for it.
Fernandinho's given a yellow card for dissent there. If there's anything to ease Man City's pressures here, penalty taker Jamie Vardy is off the pitch.
Actually, I would say that.
So, we'll see.
It is a penalty, that, isn't it? The only player not arguing about the penalty decision is Nathan Ake.
Which tells you, I think, all you need to know.
He's just walked off and stood at the edge of the box waiting.
If Leicester missed this penalty, that was a really bad miss on the follow-up. One-on-one with the keeper.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Good, well done, Steffen, because he come
Yeah.
on quite quick. So.
Good bit of goalkeeping from Zack Steffen. I'm hoping he can follow that up and get a good penalty save. If not, looks like probably Leicester's going to win the Community Shield. So it is Iheanacho, former Manchester City man, up against Zack Steffen. Come on, Zack. What can he do? Keep your foot behind the line. Players need to stay outside of the box. All that stuff. Penalty here for Iheanacho. It's a good penalty. Keeper does get a hand to it. He doesn't celebrate Iheanacho, former Manchester City man. But enough power on it. If you think back to them penalties that England had against Italy. Remember I said there was no conviction. Needed a bit more lift and power.
Yeah.
Or down and under. That's what you need to do. Because if keeper gets a hand onto it, they're not going to be able to do much about it. As I was saying, what I'm gonna say, is people are gonna think I'm really bitter and saying about this, but I did say this before the game. It's a glorified friendly, and I don't think I've ever cared less about.
It's, to be honest,
about
it's a good
things.
penalty, that. It's a great hype. For
Gets a hand onto the keeper.
Yeah, it's good to know where your players are at this game. That's what it's for.
Yeah, how fit are they?
Yeah. You know, the young kid who
Yeah.
thought I'd cramp. You know, I mean, it's good. let's give him a run out.
Good
Actually,
practice.
he's not that ready because he's only done 60 minutes on a pitch this big.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Nathan Ake, it's a silly mistake for a defender. You know, but then, you know, let's not criticise it. It is, you know,
It's
it's one of them games. It's just, it is a friendly. It is a friendly.
it's a difficult one, and it's difficult because City are without.
If it wasn't a friendly, then you would imagine City.
I mean, I look
just
towards.
started,
There's a
you
chance
know,
there
he's got
for
to square that now.
That's
Oh,
poor.
well done, that Ake.
makes up for his little
Did he know
mistake
that,
there.
or did he just kick it?
I think he's just stuck his foot out, hoping to intercept. But yeah, I look at Leicester's team, and Leicester's is a very strong team that's come out here.
Yeah.
Near full strength. Here's Grealish into the penalty area. Chuck yourself to the ground.
Well defended.
I'm going to chuck myself to the ground. Anyway, into added time.
You imagine if he does that, you're just going to get slated for a week, innit? Superman's it. He'd be like, you're a cheat.
4 minutes added up. Well, we're not great at penalties anyway. I think our best bet of scoring is open play, if I'm honest. Mendy puts the ball into the box. Where's this urgency been? It's a needleless corner given up. Is he avoided touching that?
No.
Got himself into a right pickle
The only
there,
thing I
then.
will say, the only negativity I will say about City is what we've said. For a lot of games last season is they've had the chances to win this game and they've wasted chances. And they don't seem to have... Alright, it's first
We're
game.
not
Let's not...
We're not signed a striker.
No, let's not go there. But we did say, didn't we, 100... They just need to put games to bed, and they failed to do that on a numerous occasions last season. And again today,
Ferran
they could have
Torres
had two or
has
three.
been quiet.
Mahrez could have had a couple. You know,
Yeah.
it is a friendly. Players are just finding the legs. It's a big pitch to play your first game on, mate. You know.
Mm. And you'd rather these mistakes are made
Yeah.
now than
it's
next week.
It's Charity Shield. You know, like you said, they're not going to go home and lose sleep.
I think Pep might. Likes winning things.
Yeah, he does.
But, like I said, it's...
On the flip side of that, you know, we say it's only a charity. It's a massive confidence boost for Leicester City.
It's also a big success. Big scalp. Beat Man City at Wembley to win the Community
It's a
Shield.
big game for Brendan Rodgers, isn't it? FA Cup and Charity Shield.
Yeah. Our big test comes next week against Spurs. That's where I start judging. Start judging on that. Can City find an equaliser? Anyway, the game isn't dead yet. Still got 90 seconds. I mean, we've upped the urgency, but why have we not been doing this all game? So I don't understand. Ake's clattered to the ground. The referee's not going to give a penalty. Fernandinho's feeling a bit of cramp now as well. So into the final minute near enough here. I mean, they're talking about Man City's start, but let's not forget when we won the title last season, we were 11th in after a few months.
I think with such a late on the league, not even tried to take shape again, so probably about November time.
Like you said, though, it's a difficult one to judge because there's no Ederson, there's no Zinchenko, there's no Laporte, there's no John Stones, there's no Kyle Walker, there's no, going through the squad, Kevin De Bruyne, no Phil Foden.
What does that set you there then?
Raheem Sterling.
Play forward is Fernandinho.
Yeah. No Raheem Sterling. There's no Gabriel Jesus. So there's 10 senior players. So it's a difficult one to judge, isn't it? But we're not going to have many of these players available for the first couple of weeks because of the European Championships. So, time is up. Just waiting for the full-time whistle here. Leicester are going to win the Community Shield. So, congratulations to them. Leicester fans will enjoy that. I'm sure the players will enjoy that too. And they do, the full-time whistle does go, and they do win the Community Shield. So, congratulations to them. For Man City, just look a bit off the pace.
Yeah,
So
good
need
side,
to.
Leicester.
They are a good
If
side.
they had the chances, you know, they could have. They could and should have maybe put that to bed earlier on.
I thought Leicester looked better once they put 2 strikers on the pitch.
Yeah.
Rather than Harvey Barnes and
They made some good changes.
Jamie Vardy.
Brendan Rodgers, coach and manager, he did make some good changes. Had a look.
Mm.
You can imagine a Leicester team who start with maybe Vardy and Iheanacho up front will be pretty good. Will score some goals.
To be fair, just take a look at the 2 starting 11s. When you look at the 2 starting 11s and Leicester are going with a near full strength, and I look at Man City, and for the first thing you look at is you notice that 2 kids are playing.
Yeah.
Tells you where the squad is. And we're missing 10 senior first team players.
Yeah, you can imagine next week it'd be a completely different side.
We do have all the players back for next week, other than the ones there that are injured, but I'm wondering what state they would be in. So yeah, we start judging from next week. I mean, the Community Shield's always nice. It's a nice start to the season to win it. It's not a major piece of silverware. It sits in your trophy cabinet, but it's just, do you know what I mean? You look at it and you go, it's a Community Shield. It's not a League Cup. It's not an FA Cup. It's not a Premier League. It's not a Champions League. It's a one-off match where 2 teams play each other. But it is always nice to win trophies. So congratulations to Leicester for that. People will overreact. I didn't think, to be fair, I thought City's defence looked all right. I thought probably our weakest link in defence was probably Benjamin Mendy. Going forward, though, and pinging balls forward, Mendy looked a little bit more full of confidence. But like Dale was saying, it exercises the importance of a striker being signed. We brought Grealish in. It helps the burden with Foden and De Bruyne being out injured. And we have that option B that is always going to be there for us. But what we lack more than anything is a goal scorer. And it's highlighted now more than ever. Sergio Aguero isn't here. We don't have an out-and-out striker other than Jesus. But Jesus isn't in the squad today. So we've not got anyone. We've got Ferran Torres. So when you've got a good defensive team, it becomes so difficult. And I think it exercises the importance that we need a striker, and the business needs to be done. And I think City need to be doing everything that they can to get a striker in. Like I said, there has been strikers that we have been linked with: Danny Ings, Romelu Lukaku, Lionel Messi. These are all 3 players that City have been linked with and had a look at, and 3 players that we won't be signing. So it all comes down to Harry Kane. Now, if Harry Kane's signed, that's fine. It's straight into the squad. It's all sorted. It's all thumbs up, and it's good to go. However, if he isn't signed, we're sitting on this problem until at least January, and we don't tend to do, other than every now and then, the big bits of business in the window, which means we could face a season like last season where we don't score as many goals as what you come to expect.
What I see from that game is, like you've just said, City need that 30 goal a season man.
Yeah.
Because
Chelsea have done it.
I cannot see on there where the goals are going to come from. I can see where the assists are going to come from. Defensively, wasn't the strongest back line, but it was decent and they did all right. Zack Steffen in goal did all right, made some really good saves. Ake made his mistake, but overall, over the 90, he did all right.
Weren't too bad, yeah.
You know, and so they're all right in that when they bring in back in Walker, comes back in and stuff. Fine.
Stones is back, Walker's back, and all of a sudden it's a very tight defence.
Yeah, and you know, but to me, they are weak up top. And I get Pep sometimes, he plays this 3-man, I don't want to play with a striker. Premier League's different. You need a goal scorer in your team in the Premier League because every other team scores goals. I don't know the stats, but if you look, it's probably the highest scoring league in the world. Goals get scored in the Premier League, you know, and you need that 25-30 goal striker. And there's only one man who fits that bill at the minute, and that's Harry Kane, isn't it?
Yes. The bigger problem we've got is you can bring Harry Kane in for £120 million. You bring him in, he gets injured. We're just having this discussion.
There's a big issue with Harry Kane, yeah. That's the issue.
We're having this discussion again.
Yeah.
I feel like we missed out. Like, people were slating me on a transfer update, but for £3 million, Olivier Giroud's gone to AC Milan. I'd have had him.
Yeah. we've said about City's central attacking position. We've mentioned time and time again, Heung-min Son, 40 to 50 million pounds. He will score you goals.
Now he signed a new contract, so
now he's gone. Heung-min Son in a City side will score you goals. There's no doubt about that. He's gone now. That's it. He's not going to get. He's not going to.
Yeah.
You need that You need Harry Kane.
I think
in City signed Harry Kane, and for me, they will win. I would say they will win the Premier League, and it will be another Champions League final.
Yeah.
With Harry Kane in the team, without him, I don't know, because I can't see Jesus is not going to get you 30 goals.
No. I think deep down we all know the answer to that anyway. It's a bit clumsy. It's a weak one from the referee, but it's a weak penalty, but it's clumsy from Ake.
Yeah.
Because he takes the extra touch to try and control it, it takes the ball away from him. And because Leicester are playing with two attackers, if it was just one attacker, we'd probably get away with that. But with two attackers, we're not going to get away with that.
No.
People are saying there, Pep no strikers, but Pep wants a striker. He's already said in his press conference, he wants Harry Kane. So the City board need to now go out there. Harry Kane's on strike. He's not in training till Monday. As soon as Harry Kane comes in on Monday, City should be having a bid on the table Monday morning for Harry Kane to walk in and
tomorrow morning. Why Monday? Tomorrow.
It just needs to be on the table on Monday morning.
Just get it done.
As soon as Harry Kane steps through them doors at Tottenham Hotspur and he has that meeting with the manager, with Daniel Levy, need to make sure that we're saying, there we go. He can say, I want to leave, the bid is in. Can you please make that transfer happen? Because if you don't, I'm going to walk back out through them doors and I'm not going to play. That's all he needs to say.
Yeah, and like you said, the only issue is, for me, your 110, 120 million, whatever the price is, you are going to be without Harry Kane for 8 to 10 weeks of the season through injury. So, and that's where this Grealish signing, they could have spent the money on 2 forwards. Or would you play,
I'd have had that 3 million Olivier Giroud.
Yeah,
he's not injury prone. He scores goals.
He just gets in and about defending. You watch him when he comes on, and he just
goals his problem.
You've been to football many a time. So have I. So have probably a lot of people. You always get that striker. If you go down the lower leagues, there's a striker in the lower leagues. You've heard of him, Kevin Ellison. He's still going now. He scored again today for Newport. He's one of them strikers. He's big. He's well built. He just annoys defenders. He gets in there. And Giroud's that kind of player.
Yeah. It's because he kicks his foot up.
Yeah. It's a great penalty.
I'll be honest, every time I see left footers take penalties, the majority of the time they always go across.
Yeah, they go.
So as a goalkeeper, I'm naturally just going to go, right, he's left footed, he's naturally going to go across. Yeah. There we go. Right, anyway, just going to go through the stats for this game. I'm going to give my JSGC man of the match to Cole Palmer. I thought he was brilliant. He didn't do anything wrong. Cheers, thank you, Dale. Yeah, I didn't think he did anything wrong. I thought he was a really good player. Passed it round well, pressed really well, caused lots of problems. Yeah, thought he was really good. So he's getting my JSGC man of the match. In terms of possession then, 57% possession to 43% possession in favour of Manchester City. Duels won, 56% for Leicester and 44% for Manchester City. Aerial duels at 50-50. 3 offsides for City and none for Leicester City. In terms of corners, 7 for City, 4 for Leicester City. In terms of shots, 10 shots for Leicester, 5 on target, 12 for City, with just 3 on target, which is definitely somewhere where we need to be improving. But the most important stat is Leicester scored 1 goal and Manchester City didn't. That's a Nathan Ake mistake, taking 1 extra touch that he didn't need to take, bringing down the man, albeit pretty weak and not too much in it, but he goes down, penalties given, and Iheanacho, former Manchester City man, puts it into the back of the net with a hard finish into the, well, not in the top corner, but enough on it to go into the back of the net. Looking elsewhere, tackled, 29 tackles attempted by Leicester. Very good with their pressing. 72% tackle completion rate, which is excellent from them. 12 tackles from Manchester City at 58%, which isn't too bad. Clearances, more clearances for Leicester, 14 compared with 11 for Manchester City. Interceptions, more for Leicester as well. They dominate the defensive stats, as Leicester do lift the Community Shield through Kasper Schmeichel. In terms of total passes, City at 568 passes on that big Wembley pitch at a pass completion rate of 87%. Leicester 433 passes at a pass completion rate of 79%. Once they'd started taking most of their senior players off and bringing some of the other players off the pitch, it started to look a little bit more lethargic, but because they'd gone with two up top, that's what was causing City problems towards the end, and that's what's helped them win that penalty. Kelechi Iheanacho going down under the challenge from Nathan Ake. I did feel like Patson Daka should have scored past Zack Steffen. He made a really good save putting it over the crossbar after saving it with his legs and going into the ground and over the crossbar. And someone just said there, big shout there to Zack Steffen potentially being the man of the match. Had a fantastic game for Manchester City, and I'm more than happy that he'll more than likely start in goal for Manchester City next weekend against Tottenham Hotspur. He had a good game, so there we go. And yeah, my conclusion is must do better. We need a striker. That needs addressing. That needs to be addressed before the transfer window slams shut. Otherwise, yeah, we could be in for a little sticky season. Not saying that it might be unsuccessful. I'm just saying it might be quite sticky. We struggled a little bit last season, getting off to a pretty poor start and struggling to get things going, particularly with goals and not being clinical. And I feel like that needs to be addressed to make sure we don't get off to a similar start, because I've got a feeling with more teams having more pre-season and a longer break, the players are going to come back a little bit fresher. I've got a feeling the points tally is going to be a little bit higher in the Premier League and for the teams and their energy and stuff. And so City need to make sure that they're matching this. Chelsea addressing the issues there, getting a striker in Lukaku and spending big. We spent big already bringing Grealish in to help with creativity. Well, it's great having the creativity. We need a player that's going to put that into the back of the net. And like I said, that does need addressing. That is my conclusion from this game. So I'll be back again for another live stream for everybody to enjoy. I'll be back again next weekend on Sunday for the match between Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester City. We are back in London. We're going to Tottenham Hotspur's new stadium where we haven't won a single game. We've lost every game there. Not a happy hunting ground at this moment in time for Manchester City. Not our ideal start to the season either. Hopefully we can go there hungry, looking to rectify it. As it is, we lost the Champions League final. We've lost the Community Shield here as well. We need to be making sure we're getting back into that winning momentum, that winning mentality, and back to being clinical, scoring goals and upping our performance. But at the end of the day, it is the Community Shield. It is a friendly cup as well. I'm not going to lose much sleep over this, if I'm completely honest with you. And yeah, looking forward to getting things going again next weekend with the start of the Premier League season. And like I said, that's when I'll start to fully judge how Manchester City are doing. So there we go. That has been the live stream. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you to everybody for interacting with me. It is much appreciated. Thank you to everybody that has left a thumbs up as well. Absolute legends. Thank you to everyone that has subscribed to my channel, not just today, but of all time as well. Big shout out to all of you guys, absolute legends. And also a massive shout out to everybody that has downloaded OneFootball through my link. I'm just going to paste that link back in the description if you want to go and download the OneFootball app. OneFootball have provided all of the information that I've given you guys today for this live stream watch along of the Community Shield. So do go and download the OneFootball app. It is a free app to download. Link is at the top of my description and also in the chat. If you want to go and press that link, that'll take you to the download page to download OneFootball, and that'll keep you up to date with all the latest football news, transfer news, live scores, statistics, results, and all that good stuff. Just going to roll my promo video one last time for this live watch along for you guys, and then we'll end the live stream there. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. So thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. It is much appreciated, and a big shout out to them for doing that. Don't forget, leave a thumbs up if you did enjoy this live stream. Aim for 120 likes, just 2 likes away from that goal. So any help towards that would be greatly appreciated by me. Don't forget also to subscribe to my channel. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on the push towards 20k subscribers. We're less than 600 subs away, so any help towards that would also be greatly appreciated by me. Also, don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below if you're watching this after the live stream, or in the live chat while we're still live for the next minute or so. That would be much appreciated. And also, you can find my social media links there in the description below, and also on the yellow banner too if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below and on the yellow banner too if you want to go and follow me. If you want to go and hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Twitch link is also in the description below if you want to go and follow me on my Twitch. All my partner channels also, their links are in the description below too if you want to go and follow me on them. Mixid provided today's halftime entertainment. Go and follow him, that'd be much appreciated. He's on the big push towards 1k subscribers. He's only 65 subs away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. And also, I have created a new branch of JSGC just today, covering all things football that isn't related to Manchester City, called JSGC Football. I have got a link to that in my description as well if you want to go and subscribe to that channel. I'm going to be doing quite a few football vlogs coming up over the coming weeks and months, and hopefully years as we go forward, obviously pending fans still being allowed in stadium, which I'm hoping for the whole season we will, and we'll be able to have plenty of content there for everybody to look forward to. So yeah, plenty more football content to come over on that channel, so go and subscribe over there. The link is in my description to that channel. It is called JSGC Football. Rightio then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you everybody for tuning in. I'll be back again for another Manchester City video. We'll have a transfer update out tomorrow for all you guys to look forward to, so I will see you guys for that, and we will be live for the next watch along next weekend for the first game of the Premier League season, where Manchester City will be travelling away from home back to London again to take on Tottenham Hotspur. As it is here, Community Shield slipped through our fingers. We wasn't clinical enough. Leicester, probably over the 90 minutes, just about edged the game in my opinion. They take home the trophy. We've got our lessons to be learnt as we go into the Premier League season. Congratulations to Leicester. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all again very soon. I hope everyone is safe and well. Thank you everyone for watching. I've been JSGC. Peace. Ciao for now.